Well, it's mid-November now, and we've had the cows in a couple of weeks, all day and all night. Not always a great thing at this time of year, because it's sort of, for me anyway, it's sort of like, oh, here we go, because we've got at least 4 months or 5 months in front of us where the cattle are inside, and it's so much more work. They're glad to be inside, but it's not great for us. And you can see why you bring them in. If you look down there, I'll just pan right down. You can just see some flooding just coming out in the lower fields through that hedge. Look at that, you can just see the water there. And basically a lot of our fields aren't exactly underwater, but they're very boggy and wet. So the cows are now in this yard and having silage. We're just going to have a look in the cow cubicles. So most of them are sat down. They've been eating earlier today, and they're all sat down in here, quite happy. I won't disturb them. There you go. They look quite peaceful, don't they? Chewing the cud there. I think I'd rather be in a shed than in a field in November. And we come around here. There's always the odd cow that doesn't like lying in the cubicles, and here's one here. Now that's probably either 537 or 573. Yeah, 573. You can see that on her tag there. On the ear tag, look, 573. For some reason she won't sit in the cubicles, so it's a right pain because she gets a really dirty udder, and you can just see there that mucky old girl. We've tied her in loads of times. She's getting on a bit now. You can see she doesn't walk very well. Not a good example of a cow really. She's barren now, so we won't have her that much longer. But you can see the rest of the cows here. This is our silage clamp. Very old fashioned how we do things. This is self-feed silage. So the cows are controlled by this fence so they don't go at it too much, and they basically eat what they can. And normally we don't have a lot of problems with wastage, but this year the silage is quite loose, so they're wasting a bit on the ground here. You can see a bit here, but can't really smell that, but it's actually a very nice silage this year. The cows are loving this stuff. Not a lot of waste on the shoulders. Some years we get a lot of waste where they don't press it down enough on the corners where they can't get the loader wheels against the concrete, but not much waste there. You can see even on the top, no waste there, because sometimes you do get a layer of rot on the top if you don't get it right. This year it's a very good crop of silage. I'm very pleased with it. We haven't had the analysis back yet, but they're eating it, they like it, which is always a bonus, isn't it? So there we go. They're all looking a bit forlorn because it's a really horrible day really, but they're all chewing the cud there. You can see them eating. We'll just have a look at the maize clamp now. Oh, climb over the gate. We opened up the maize clamp a few weeks ago. So they're having maize and rape meal in the ring feeder. There's the rape meal over there. And here's the maize. We don't use a block cut, we just use a loader bucket, and as long as you keep going back evenly across, we don't get a problem with the secondary fermentation or rot. Again, this seems to be a good year. It smells nice. They're eating it well, and not much decay on it. You usually get, like I said, a bit on the shoulders, same as the silage clamp. This year we haven't had a lot of waste. I think we had a very good summer really for all sorts of forage. Shame the milk price is rubbish. So that's our cows in the yard with their silage, and we'll leave them on this horrible November day to just carry on chewing the cud.